could not. It was built to be able to carry the outsized loads that the C-130 Hercules could not. So it's a perfect combination of both aircraft. This aircraft has the ability to take off and land at an unimproved 3,500 foot runway, perhaps hacked off from a mountainside or a jungle area. Now here's where the airplane, awesome ability to get away from enemy ground fire in a short time possible. You also notice how quiet it is. The last few skirmishes that we've had, as they come in, they'll come in with the landing gear down. I want you to notice the distance between the nose gear and the main gear. Quite often, when you hack out a strip in the jungle, in the desert, on a mountainside, you don't have the luxury of a parallel taxiway. So you've got to turn the airplane around on the runway or be able to back it up. Now as they come in on the high-speed pass, watch and listen to the quiet.
Shake everything up over the house.
300 knots. It has a glass cockpit, similar to those inside of Top Gun fighters. It also has that side stick control. It will not pick up ground-based debris or FOD and damage the engines on reverse, rollout, or normal operations. Through sophisticated leading-edge and trailing-edge devices, they're able to get the aircraft extremely slow for slow approach speeds into very short, unimproved runways. They actually change the shape of the wing and give it less speed and more lift. By the way, see those winglets out on the wingtips? That's the mark of aerodynamic inefficiency. They are anti-drag devices. They look small from the ground. Those wingtips shooting up to the vertical, those vertical wingtips are 9 feet tall. So if you had a very tall basketball player with his arms straight up, he still, while standing on the wing, could not touch the top of that wingtip. At slow speed, maximum maneuverability.
C-17 Globemaster. He's going to come in and do a tactical landing too.
And fuel, maximum gross weight is about 500,000 pounds.
Not as big as the Galaxy though. Alright, take her in a break.
This great airplane made its inaugural flight back in 1991. Since that time, the C-17 has set over 20 world records, including payload to altitude and time to climb records. Boeing delivered the first operational C-17 to Charleston Air Force Base back in June of 1993. There is a big transport aircraft, probably weighing in at about 350,000 pounds as we speak, maybe a little bit more, and setting up for a tight radius turn. Enemy fire outside the friendly base.
This is crazy. Oh man, he could have made it tighter than that. He's not pushing it though.
It's a whale of an airplane. Chris tells me, what'd you say about
The whale from Free Willy the movies, when they brought it to its last home, was transferred in a C-17 of the United States Air Force.
Now there has been talk, and it's strictly been talk, that civilians may be able to purchase these aircraft and use them as freight haulers. I've read about it, but personally, I don't think you're going to see it for several different. The pilot merely has to add power and go around again. Now look at the distance again. You can see the big balloon tires. They're meant to spread the weight footprint of the airplane over a greater period of unapproved runway, and the quite narrow distance or short distance between the nose gear and the main gear. Look how quick it stops. Touching down and stopping in about 15 to 1,700 feet of runway length. And in goes the clutch. On back. Okay, the big clutch, yeah. All right, wait, you ground the gears there. Double clutch it next time. Into reverse, back it up, unload it. Minimum time, you're on your way.
Last year was here. Bush actually came in. And took
Okay, Mr. Dingus.
Airshow.
Mr. Dingus, if you're in the crowd, please go pick your wife up. That's Mrs. Helen Dingus at the Lost Child booth. Again, Mr. Dingus, if you're in the crowd and you can hear my voice, your wife Helen is waiting for you at the Lost Child Center.
Joe.
Dingus? Let's look up a name, eh?